Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Dolphin and today guys we have a new video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna have a look on how to counter Mr. Karnal or Fire and Bison, Fire Slayer, whatever you wanna call him. We're gonna have a look on how you can counter him. Karnal got a nerf recently, but guess what? He's still one of the most picked units in Season 20. And I'm pretty sure he has one of the highest win rates in Season 20. He's just so oppressive, he's just so tanky, he does so much damage, he can heal, he has CC, he has speed slow, he has decreased attack bar, he has provoke on skill 1, he has heal for himself on skill 2. Wait, only one unit? He has 44% HP leader skill. So yeah, he has all of that, I'm gonna show you. I don't have Karnal, unfortunately. I have to use Okeanos. I feel like they are different units, but Karnal is a lot stronger. Look at the base stats, it's 98 base speed. Oh, it's a low base speed. No, it's not that low, it's 100 is average. Every other stats is insane. His base HP is super high. HP leader skill, 44% in arena. 4-turn cooldown on skill 3. I'm just checking what it does and then we're gonna talk about how you can counter him. I'll give you a few options, but bear in mind Karnal is really strong. Really strong. Yesterday I had 4 units full HP against Karnal and Chivu, and Karnal soloed my whole team, including Ashir, Tableau, Jameer, and yes, I had Bernard, but he soloed me. Anyway, so attack 3 times AoE, damage proportion to your max HP. Each attack decreases attack bar by 15% on the opponent, so it can decrease 45% attack bar, decrease the attack speed, so speed slow, and stun them for 1 turn with 50% chance respectively, which means 50% chance each hit. He hit them 3 times, so you know chances are he's gonna stun. Skill 2 also attack the enemy 3 times, is a single target, absorb the attack bar by 20%, so you can get 60% attack bar off the opponent, recover HP by 30% of the damage dealt. It does a lot of damage. The damage of this attack is proportional to your max HP also, is on 3 turn cooldown, and skill 1 provoke and does damage based on your max HP. Provoke is 50%, with skill ups it goes up to 80%, so as you can see it provokes, steals attack bar, heals, AoE stun, AoE slow, AoE attack bar decrease, HP leader skill. Karnal is usually on volume will, speed HP. You don't need crit damage, it does an insane amount of damage even with additional damage on the artifacts. That's all you need to speed HP, build him fast, build him tanky, some attack because it does damage even based on attack anyway. Now, how you can counter Karnal, that's why we're here for, Dofla. Don't forget to tell us how to counter Karnal. Guys, before we get into that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I forgot to say it, but don't forget to sub, it's free, and support the channel a whole lot, guys. So if you can, please hit the sub button, it really helps. Now, one of the units that comes to mind to counter Karnal, or at least to take it off the opponent's lineup and also counter Karnal, is Vusa. Where is Vusa? Hello? There you go. So Vusa is a good counter to Karnal. I actually have Vusa, so I can show you how I have him built. Wait, I'll show you my PvP Vusa, because in PvE I have him built, but it's not like it doesn't have good runs. This is Vusa, it's valuing well. Vusa is a good counter to Karnal because obviously he has 3 turn immunity. He has the big damage, but damage is not a counter to Karnal, the immunity is. So skill 3 actually counter Karnal really well. Obviously if the opponent is using Karnal, most of the time they do have strippers. So I don't know how good the Vusa is gonna work with Karnal, but at least they don't have Vusa, Karnal, 44% leader skill of HP, and Vusa is gonna do a lot more damage with skill 2. So it's a good counter to Karnal, and also it does damage, and also you're taking their Vusa, because usually when they go Karnal they pick Vusa, because then they take one of the biggest threat for Karnal, which is a big immunity unit, and they don't even need to pick strippers. So Vusa is a really good counter to Karnal. Another good counter to Karnal, for different reasons, in my opinion, is Molong. Is water, so Karnal might not stun him, might not decrease attack bar on him, might not slow him. Also, if you get the Karnal low enough, guess what? Reckless Assault can kill the Karnal. Molong's gonna get hit hard from the Reckless Assault because Karnal has a lot of HP. If you get Karnal out of the game though, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Overall, water units are decent against Karnal because obviously he has 50% chances of glancing, so it might not stun with skill 3, it might not decrease attack bar, it might glance, not heal a lot, it might not provoke them. So water units are decent against Karnal. This guy is insane against Karnal though, because usually, as I said before, they usually go with strippers with Karnal, and guess what? Hagen might cut in between, and if he lands the glancing on Karnal, well, Karnal skills are not going to be as effective. And also, if you land the glancing on Karnal, Fire and Bison, is not going to stun any water unit, because it's 100% chance he's going to glance on them and he's going to miss everything. So Fire has 50% chance of glancing on water. If you land the glancing debuff, is 100% chance. So Hagen, I think, is a really good counter to Karnal. He has a strip, and Karnal is usually on Violent Will, so he can strip. If he glances, it's gonna be a lot less strong. So Hagen is a really good counter to Karnal. Vusa is a really good counter to Karnal. Cleansers are really good against Karnal, especially Annabelle, because she's water. Usually it's 100 res. I don't have mine built really well because I don't use her, but Annabelle is really good against Karnal because, as I said, if she's water, it might glance on her. Usually she's on 100 res, so it's gonna be maybe missing the stun on Annabelle. She's also violent, so even if he stuns her, she might proc out of it. The important thing is skill 2. If she managed to use skill 2 after Karnal use skill 3, you cleanse everything, you heal, and you're good to go. So cleanser, like even Lulu, I don't have a build, but even Lulu is really good against Karnal because usually, again, 100 res. So any cleanser really with 100 res are really good against Karnal, but water ones are even better because Karnal might glance on them and they might not get stunned. So that's a good one. So Vusa, Hagen are really good. Annabelle is pretty good. Really good actually, and Lulu are really good because they're water, but any cleanser really that has 100 res is pretty good. She's not bad also, but she's wind, so she might get stunned. She doesn't proc out of it. It's gonna be Raps. Jameer is pretty good, but again, he's wind, so he might get stunned anyway. If he doesn't proc, you know, that's bad. Another thing that is really good against Karnal is speed buff. Speed buff for your team or speed slow for the opponent team means that even if you get stunned, it lands the slow on you. If you have the speed buff, the slow debuff is not going to do too much because you counter it with speed buff. If it doesn't land the speed debuff, then what, you're going to get out of stun really quickly. So speed buff, I use Tableau. Speed buff is really good to counter Karnal in a way. Speed slow is really good to counter Karnal in a way as well. So he actually, how do you say it? He actually, the other team is not that much faster than you. You don't have the slow, because if you have the slow debuff and they have the speed buff, they're gonna run circle around you. But if you put the speed buff on yourself and they don't have any speed buff, you're gonna get out of stun really quickly. So speed buff, in my opinion, is decent counter to Karnal. Vusa is a really good counter to Karnal. Hagen is a really good counter to Karnal. Water units overall are decent because, again, water unit and Hagen are pretty good because obviously Karnal with the glancing is not gonna stun any water unit. Annabelle is pretty good. Lulu is pretty good. Outspeeding Karnal is pretty good if you have a unit that hits them really hard. So if you have a Molong, especially if he's on Vampire, if you outspeed, you can kill the Karnal straight away, and the Vampire is gonna make it that the Molong doesn't get hurt too much. Honestly, even with these units, with this, the speed buff is good, speed debuff for the opponent is pretty good. The glancing debuff is really good. But even with these how do you say, these tips, Karnal can sometimes go super crazy. As I said, he soloed my whole team yesterday, and I had tanky units in my team, I had speed buff in my team. I feel like the heal on skill 2 is pretty big for him, and also I feel like the slow on skill 3 is actually pretty big for him. Also the cooldown a little bit too short, especially if you think it gives speed debuff on the opponent and also it steals attack bar on skill 2. I think like the cooldown's a bit too low, but if Karnal gets going, it's just kinda over, to be honest with you. Anyway, guys, that is it for the video. Water units are pretty good against him, to be honest. Lulu is a free-to-play way to counter the Karnal. I think Lulu is pretty good on 100 res, but Egggang is also pretty good. I use Okeanos, but yeah, sometimes the reset doesn't work. Sekhmet could be good as well, but it's a 50-50. If you don't land those resets, the Karnal is just gonna destroy you. Vusa is pretty good though. Anyway, guys, that is gonna be it for the video. Let me know in the comment below if you agree, if you have any other way to counter the Karnal, and yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everybody, take care guys, stay safe, bye.